Hello and welcome back to the CM Championship Manager years. Obviously with Championship Manager 2, 95, 96. 95, 96, yeah. And we are in Season 2 with Wolverhampton Wanderers and England, but it's primarily Wolverhampton Wanderers at the moment, I think. There might be the odd England game popping up here and there. And I'm still not actually uploading these and putting them out yet. I'm bulk loading them, so I haven't seen any comments about whether I go for the 4 month or split it in two and just show half a month and then catch up the other half. If you want small episodes, let me know. If you're happy with the half-hour odd ones or whatever it is, sometimes longer, let me know as well. And yeah, this is episode 4. We're in October. I think we're still in the Europa League or Cup Winners' Cup. Obviously back then there was 3 competitions. I think that's how we've been awarded into Division 1 Manager of the Month for October. I think that's partly why we're still doing them quite so long and doing every month rather than just sort of skipping a month at the moment as well. So again, if you want to do every month, let me know. If you want to do part of every month, let me know. If you want to do a full month but maybe skip a month and review that, that's a possibility as well. But while we're in the European competition, we are 21st. I thought we would picked up a bit. Maybe we've got games in hand and stuff, but we are picking up. But we've got a tough one against West Brom today. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you want to do. And we did change our tactic, didn't we? Yeah, we've got the 3-3-1-3 tactic. We've got Eustace back, so I think we're going to drop him into the ball. Jury on the bench. Graham Tomlinson maybe on the bench instead. I can't remember exactly who we're using and what we're doing. Mean was a new signing, wasn't he? Who did we have him in for? I can't remember who he dropped out for. Smith, maybe? Smith's playing quite well. Bowie's playing okay. Atkins is banging goals in, so we don't really want to take him out. Okay, this is a tough one. Scott Means can go on the bench. Who played for Newcastle? No problem. I think it's Bowie. I think it's got to be, isn't it? Anything else we can... I think there was a few cup ties. I think that's what it was. Lineker up top. Yeah, he's doing alright. So, we look like we've got our best team out there. And I apologise that was coming through a bit quietly. My mic was over the other side of the room, to the side of the laptop, not in front of me for some reason, so it might have been a little bit distant there. So hopefully you did catch the introduction. If not, I might have to record it separately as we take a 1-0 lead early on, 9 minutes. Sean McCarthy, but yeah, hopefully that did come through. If it didn't, yeah, I'm gonna have to re-record it and put it through manually or something. But we get a red card. Oh my god, we're gonna have to do something like that, I guess. I don't really know. 12 minutes, red card. Wouldn't be so bad, but when teams get them against us, it's always like 84 minutes. It's like it's giving us 6 minutes to capitalise. They've got a full like half of a half to do it, and they've done it within very early on. 27 minutes, they've got their goal to make it 1-1. I mean, again, an injury now. Van der Haal's gonna have to come on for Mark McGregor. I mean, it's not going well so far, this game, is it? Because it's the top of the team. I'll take a draw in this game. It's going to be hard to get that now with 10 men for most of the game. Doesn't help. We've got the games in hand, which does help a little bit. And Eustace, what a bailout that could be. It gives us a bit of breathing space. They need 2 now, obviously, to... Instant. If we could have held on a little bit longer, I could have thought maybe we'll get a draw, but I think they'll have enough to go on and grab a win. I'm going to keep talking it badly because at the moment it's working and we're grabbing goals. Sean McCarthy with another one. If we can hold off a bit longer this time, then I'm confident we can make at least snatch a draw. There we go. They score so quickly after us. It's unbelievable. But we've got a free kick though. If they can start getting another injury, can you stop injuring my players and sending them all off? Sean McCarthy's played a blind today. Now he's injured. It's so out of order. So out of order. Can we grab another one? We need another one just to try and keep hold of a draw, because you know they're going to score another one. They're going to. But so far we're keeping it at bay. 15 minutes to go. but it's a matter of time before we're getting the chances. We're just not taking them, and there's the goal. There's the goal. That is very, very unfair. We deserve a draw out of this game, especially after what they've done to us with injuries and sending offs. We deserve at least a draw. They've made it 5-3. That is so undeserved. It's obviously a local derby as well, which makes it even worse. And the board getting unhappy with me because of our league position, despite how well we're doing in the cup. Don't make it 6. Don't make it 6. Don't make it 6. Oh, I mean, despite letting in 5, Mike Stowell's got an 8 rating. You don't see that on Football Manager anymore. You don't see good ratings for goalkeepers these days. It's been a bit of a hot topic recently. Barnsley moved above us. Obviously, we've got 2 games in hand and 3 over some of them as well. We can start slashing points. I mean, that wasn't a game that we could. A couple of weeks. We are struggling for injuries, and Morris is going to be suspended as well. At the back, we possibly need some new defenders. I'd say. Do we have a quick look? I don't think you can see anything about that. Maybe we can see in here if any of these are defenders. He's a defender, isn't he? He's playing very well. He's unavailable. I think he's on our short. No, he's going to be on our shortlist now. Danny Coyne, goalkeeper. We need a goalkeeper, so he's someone to keep an eye on. Vince Barnsham, Arsenal former player, of course. They're all goalkeepers. He's quite good. We'll come back to that. Just Brickhill. Bit slow for my liking. Neil Sullivan at Preston, is that where he was before? No, he's moved there from Wimbledon. He's gone to Aberdeen, then Preston. Strange transfer moves there for him. That's not the goal. One from Ipswich, he's gone. Okay, he's at Grimsby now. Jan Mulby, Swansea, I think he's player manager. Yeah. We do need. It came to my mind the other day, another good striker who's on this game, and I can't remember who he was. I think he's at Plymouth. Who I used to sign. Karazin. Yes, he's injured at the moment. He's out for 5 months. He's on my shortlist, so I must have remembered him before. We'll crack on. Hopefully we've got enough to centre backs. I mean, obviously we can end the loan if we need space as well, because the space in the team's a little bit of a consideration. Dean Richards is back. That's a massive, massive bonus. He's obviously not going to be fit just yet. So who can we put in? He might have to just go. He might have to play. He might just have to play, I think. We've got Eric Young there if we need him as well. Not so young Eric Young. How long's John DeWolf out for? He's about a week. So they are coming back at the right time. And we've obviously got McCarthy injured as well. Steve Ball's going to come in, I think. So we've got Servette in the Cup Winners' Cup. Second round, second leg. We've got a 1-0 lead from the first leg. Oh, okay. We can have 2 more subs in this one. We're going to go with Danny Murphy in the attacking midfielder role, and we're probably going to stick Eric Young in for another centre-back option. We'll probably get a goalkeeper injury now. We should have put a goalkeeper in, perhaps. But Servette, if I remember correctly, don't have real players, so this should still be a decent opportunity for us to progress. Away from home, second leg makes it difficult as well, of course. We only managed to give up a 1-0 at home. I think we should have had a few more. It's been about a week or two, about 2 weeks I think, since I recorded that last episode. That's 1-0, wasn't it? Oh, I thought they'd scored that then. I thought they had their goal. 26 minutes in, Richards I think might have to come off at some point because his fitness isn't going to be very good. It wasn't something that when I used to play the game back in when it was out that used to faze me too much. It wasn't something I used to think of too much. Or obviously playing Football Manager now you have to, and you get more warnings and stuff. Back then, no, a little percentage, that was about all you got, and you didn't really pay much attention to it. I mean, I say you didn't, I didn't. Let me know if you didn't. Question of the day there. When you played the game back in the day, did you pay much attention to like injuries and fitness and stuff? Because I certainly didn't. We've had a few chances to grab a goal there ourselves, an away goal as well. Haven't taken them. So we might have to look at a couple of changes. See who's not playing well. Maybe get Tomlinson on. I'm thinking maybe for Steve Ball. And just from a fitness point of view, Dean Richards off as well. Just to try and work him back in. Again, I don't know if it matters too much on this game. I don't think it's going to trigger another injury. On Football Manager, obviously it does. I don't know if it does on Championship Manager. It's not letting me do the sub. There we go. It's a bit pointless now. Trevor Stevens playing well. Victor Leonenko's having a stinker. Okay, so he's going to come out. Who's playing bad in midfield? Scott Means actually playing bad in midfield. And Van der Hout for Dean Richards, who's not a great game either, but there's worse, but he's injured as well. We don't want him picking up another injury with these players we're about to lose and have lost. We can hold on for another minute. We are through to the third round. It's such an interesting competition as well because it's just straight knockout all the way through. So it'll be interesting to see who we get here. Juventus, they scraped through. I think they had a bad result in the first leg, didn't they? At home. Who's through then? Brøndby are through as you... Oh no, not as you'd expect. Bordeaux they've beaten. University are Craiova. Juventus are through. Västra from Sweden. Okay. Is that Ronnie Jonsson? Roger Jonsson, no. Okay. Peter Musselwhite. I don't know if we looked at this before. Signed from Port Vale, doing quite well. And that's Ben Anderson. No, Bjorn Anderson. Oh, good young goalkeeper actually. Something to keep an eye on. I need to go through my shortlisted players and delete some off because some of these players I want to add on, I can't. Deportivo through against Panathinaikos. We've got OFK Belgrade through and Stuttgart through. Not sure who we'd want there. He's an attacking midfielder now, not interested in him. 250 grand in the pot, that's all good. Västra from Sweden. So we're playing against Peter Musselwhite, apparently. I think. Am I right? Is that who he's playing for? Double click tapping it. I think that's a DOS box thing that's going to happen. Yeah, that's not a bad draw. We're away first. We can bring them back to menu for the second leg. Let's go into the short list and just knock out some of those. So, who are we looking at? Halliday's about to go by the looks of it. He can come out. And I thought we looked at someone who was on here as well, just got mentioning. Maybe not. Have we got any defenders on here we like the look of? Moses, we can't sign him yet, I don't think. No, still unavailable. I think we literally just looked at him, didn't we? Palau, I don't think he was interested, was he? We'll put a cheeky bid in for him, we'll see what happens. We can always release... we got bottom of the table Millwall now as well. So that's a big chance for us to push ourselves up and out of the bottom places here. Be a big result. Get in early 1 minute goal. That's what you like to see. Who was it? Smith. Okay. Eustace. Ball 2-0. 8 minutes. We're running rampant so far. What is this? So it's November we've got. So I have to look how many games we've got in November to see if it's one I do cut down or see when the Cup Winners' Cup is as well. And a 3-0 16 minutes. This is what you like to see. This is what you like to see. This is what it's all about. Smith again. Hopefully we can keep a clean sheet and catch a few more in as well. Get the goal difference back a bit more in our favour as well as we go through the season. Nenko. I don't think we're going to be looking at a promotion campaign this season. I don't think that's going to be in our agenda. I think we've let too much go too soon at the start of the season. We're finding a decent amount of form. Obviously there's a long way to go, so you never know. In this division, teams can put on back later. Can fly up from nowhere. You know, we do see it. I think Sheffield United, they were thereabouts, I think, weren't they? You do find some teams in the playoffs sometimes that have a late surge. Fulham did it last season, obviously. Well, season before now, technically. They had a bit of a late surge into the playoffs and got promoted. That's Danny Webber. Atkins grabs his goal. 4-1. That should be the game with half an hour to go. Be interesting to see if that's Danny Webber. I think he might not have been around that soon. I'm going to try and take some players off in a minute as well to avoid some injuries occurring. It's not. It's Damien Webber. Okay. Graham Tomlinson's going to come in first. Got used to having a bit of a stinker. Steve Ball can go in the middle. Lee Bowyer can come on for... Scott Wing's doing well, but I will take him out. And Dean Richards, I think, will just protect him a little bit more as well. Trevor Stevens. Make it 5. Make it 5. Doesn't look like it unless we score from this corner, maybe. This corner, perhaps. Smith gets his hat trick. 87 minutes. 5-1. good 3 points against a relegation rival technically at the moment. Richard Cadet. Oh, I thought that was the Celtic guy. I thought, how have they got him? Of course it's not. They got Paul Dickoff. Rude. I'm not saying his name. I do know him. I think he played for Man City at some point as well. Middlesbrough there as well. Alex Ray obviously played for Sunderland, and I think after this, I assume it's that same Alex Ray. I think it is. But Millwall still managed by Mick McCarthy in this. I think he was manager back then. Oh, Big Mick. I mean, Jimmy Nicol, I think that's before. Okay, I think he's in the next game. Mick. Bobby Bowie's there. I think he played for Palace at some point. Yeah, before. I remember seeing him play back when we used to get tickets from school. David Hopkin, I think, from Palace as well. Yeah, on a free transfer. So let's see how that leaves the league table after that game. Still in the relegation places, but with 3 games on Barnsley. We're only 2 points behind, and we're only a couple of points behind. A couple of wins, and we fly right up. But I mean, a good run doesn't see us out of the playoff places by any stretch. We've got to name 18 players for England. Let's see who we've got and when. Fixtures. We've got a qualifier against Czech Republic. Okay. Darren Anderton looks like he's going to... No, he's back in a few days. Gareth Southgate, a few days. Shearer, I think, is still injured. He's injured on this, isn't he? Is he at Newcastle or is he still at... He's still at Black... They got... Okay, they got Totti. They bought a lot of strikers. That is definitely... Javier Zanetti. That is definitely still... What's his face in charge? Shearer's back. He is in the team, okay. I think that England team's fine. Crystal Palace have gone top, so at the top it's still really tight as well. Minko's gone. Is that the player? Was he on our shortlist? Is that who I overlooked to take off? Minko, yeah, he was. He can come out as well. Oh, Portsmouth, another relegation rival, so another big game. McCarthy's going to come in. Tomlinson's going to stay on the bench. Playing quite well when he comes off the bench by the looks of it. John DeWolf is back. So the Howard's going to come off the bench there. Again, he's not quite fit enough to play. Here we've got back Page, Moras and Richards. I think that's fine. Moras is a sweeper, Richards is a sweeper, I think, yeah. That's fine. Hopefully we can do a bit like we did to Millwall. It's going to go to the pause because I hit another key. Let's see. So far we're on the 13th of November, so far this episode is going a bit quicker. Smith. Not sure how or why. We're obviously going to have another Europa League. Keep saying Europa League. Cup Winners' Cup game in there. Get away with a penalty against us. Smith again. Banging in the goals. Taking the mantle over a little bit from Atkins. He got a hat-trick last game in the league. Got another one today. And this is a must-win game. They got McGibbon, I think, from Man United. Possibly on loan, possibly on a transfer. Not too sure which. Loans don't tend to happen that commonly in this game. It doesn't seem to work, really. You can sign them, but players won't tend to sign yours. They got John Lukic as well, Portsmouth. I think from Leeds. By that point, he did go back to Arsenal at some point, so it could be from Arsenal. I think he was a bit after that. I think he was more the... I think he went back there when Wenger came through. Came back, I think. Moas gets a goal, 2-0. If we can just get maybe 1 or 2 more, just to seal it up, I'd be a very happy Coyote Gaming. Let's put it that way. Despite the fact I'm absolutely ravaged with stomach flu or stomach bug or something at the moment. It mentioned it in one of the Arsenal games I've just literally just recorded as well. Yeah, not a good place this house at the moment. I've got a couple of days off work and no sleep at all. About an hour's sleep last night, and I'm gonna probably... These matches are keeping me awake at the moment, let's put it that way. On the hour mark, we're 3-0 up. And if we can keep a clean sheet, please, then yeah, the longer we can keep that clean sheet going as well, the more likely we are. I'm happy we're expecting to get the win. Or free kick, no injury hopefully. Scott Mean. Scott Mean again. Linenko Eustace. Walls in the free kick. Linenko. Right, I'm going to make some changes. Primarily for fitness here. So McCarthy's just come back from injuries. Tomlinson's going to come in. We are going to... John DeWolf's going to just get a little bit of game time to get himself up. Dean Richards is going to come off even though he's played really well. And Mark Atkins is going to come off to lead Bowyer as Scott Mean handballs. luckily not getting sent off. That substitution could have gone very, very wrong. We could have taken Scott Mino and avoided it, but 20 minutes to go here. Smith, there we go, that's the game sealed. 5 goals in 2 games for Peter Smith. Absolutely fantastic return for him. And that's going to be 6 points against 2 relegation rivals in a row. And that should lift us out, and probably, depending on other results, lift us possibly a good 5, 6, 7, 8 paces, I think. I think it's that tight down there. Eustace is injured now. We used all our subs, we can't take him off. Yeah, the last 10 minutes to 10 men, but it doesn't matter. Tomlinson grabs one. First goal of the season for him. A bit part player, obviously, coming off the bench. He's playing well off the bench, and to get a goal, that'll do his confidence a world of good. Hope he can, Eustace injured, maybe get a bit more game time, but I think Steve Ball will be the obvious one to come in, but that's a huge result. Dion Burton there, went to the World Cup with Jamaica in '98, obviously with the Reggae Boys. 5-0 against 15th, that takes us up to. That is a huge rise up the table. Game in hand, a couple of games in hand over some of the ones below us as well. That is absolutely phenomenal. Obviously a couple of bad results and we're straight back down there, but that's very, very good news. Millwall rock bottom now. Let's have a look at our not surprising. Mark McGregor's back, so the centre backs have come back now. He wasn't out too long, luckily. Don't really need it. He's not been the best performer of our defenders. We're kind of getting back to our best defence now. We're going to put Andy Thompson on the transfer list. We don't need him. He's a left back, left midfielder. Probably going to terminate his loan. We don't need him. Venus, I think, he's out for 4 months. We're not going to sell him. We're not going to pay him. We will put him on the bench for his place when we get to European games. Tony Daly, I think, he's not transfer listed, but only up for a couple of days. Try and sell him again. He can. I did try and work playing the forwards on the left and the right. Didn't really work. He's probably just not good enough. Steve Ball's going to come in there. We want to look at our we've got an England game coming up in as well, haven't we? So let's see, November 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more games. That shouldn't take too long, and we've got an England game in it. That's 6. So we'll carry Liverpool against Italy. Anadone's return. Morass is suspended. Okay, so Yonder Wolf is going to come in for him. River's going to come in there. Slot in there. I'm going to put Finger on the list as well. We're not going to probably get much for him, but if we can get something, that'll do me. And we're away to Sunderland, 4th place here. We could be looking at slipping down all in. Goes away on international duty as well. So Thompson comes in, Jury on the bench. So hopefully we don't. We've got a few players missing in this game, so hopefully we don't completely crash and burn and put ourselves right back in that relegation hustle and bustle again. I mean, we're still in it, obviously we're only like a point or 2 above it, but the more results we can keep getting, we'll keep rising up and keep rising away, pulling away. We do want to put ourselves in for a playoff spot this season. That was the aim at the start. I didn't think we were going to win the title or get the top 2. It was always going to be playoffs, I think, but then the start we had, it seemed very disappointing, but we've not come out the blocks great in this game, but we're still 0-0, and we've got the goal on the counter against the run of play. You have to say it's been all Sunderland so far, but McCarthy gets his goal, and Stow is keeping us. Paul Heckingbottom, former Leeds manager, is keeping us in the game. Oh, we should have had a second. And they go straight up the other end and score. Probably justified. Probably deserved it. It's Heckingbottom, of course it is. Probably deserved. I think he played for Portsmouth. He played for us. Okay. Alec Chamberlain is there on goalkeeper. Helen Chamberlain's dad, I believe. But we need another. I mean, I'll take a draw against, a team up there. But if we want to get in the playoffs, we need to start beating the teams that are in there already, not losing to them or dropping points against them. Really. I mean, obviously, if we start beating the teams around us, we'll get out of relegation. I don't have any worry about us getting relegated this year. I think we'll pull away. And I think a draw there, probably away from home, is not bad result, all things considered. Really, that's pushed us down to 16th. Portsmouth and leapfrogs, but we've got so many games in hand. As long as they're against teams around us and stuff, which some of them must be, then I'm confident. One of them's got to be Palace, isn't it? Looking at that. Graham Rousseau, can we replace him? Is it even worth it? I don't think we've been playing. No. Do you know what? We didn't do it, did we? We didn't take all the wide players out and put central players in. We've done the same mistake again. We'll do that next England team. We'll do it. We'll do it outside of. I'll do it after this episode, probably. I think before the next England game. Liverpool gone for him, so he's going to go there. He can come off our shortlist fairly soon. When's the England game? Here we go, today. Group 5 qualifier, and we've got Barnsley. 22nd. We need to get a massive result against them. So we're looking pretty healthy there. Pretty good team out, I'd say. As good as we can get. Yes, Stuart Pearce needs to come out. There's a few others. I mean, that front line we've got up there for England, that's absolutely formidable. And Letitia just behind them as well. In Wolves, it's doing quite well. The players we've got for England, there's potential there for a really good one, a really good team. Going into World Cup 98, say if we get that far. I am planning to take this save that far. It is the aim with these Championship Manager saves. Again, I've been thinking recently, running them to completion like the 30 odd seasons. I think that will take me too long, A, to do them all, and B, to even do one that far, especially with the rate I'm possibly releasing and recording at the moment. So I'm going to put it to you, the listeners, if you are watching and want to pop in the comments, would 10 seasons suffice? Get to the regens in the game, get that going, and maybe turn it into a bit of a. Obviously, the aim isn't to stick with Wolves. This isn't a Wolves legacy save. It could be. I could make it that, but I don't really feel invested in them enough to do that at this stage. I don't think. If I can get them up this season, maybe keep them up, or have a good season in the Premier League, maybe. But I want to try and progress to get. There's only so far we can go. It's Premier League teams. We can't go outside of England in this version. So it'd be like try and get the Man United job or something like that. I don't really know. And then I've got a few ideas for the next couple of games. There's 96, 97 and 97, 98, etc. Got a few ideas for them. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that. While I've been waffling about that, we've comfortably gone into a 3-0. Oh, sorry. But yeah, still not feeling great. 3-0 lead there. I had a litre and a half of Lucozade last night, and that is basically what is repeating on me at the moment, despite the fact I'm sure I got rid of most of it last night. We're going to bring Sir Les on for Andrew Cole. We're going to bring on Michael Dewberry, or Doobs. Southgate's just come back from injury, so he can step out. And we're going to bring Merson on for Letiz. It's not his day. And David Platt makes it 4. Despite that early stutter we had in this group, we are now flying high. They grab a consolation. Of course they do. It's basically their first shot of the game, it feels like. We get it from number 5, that doesn't matter then. That's all good, it's all good. There we go, 5-1. Can we make it 6? We'll put that goal down to Dewberry coming on. Although he's got an 8, so maybe not. Maybe not, we can't blame him. So here we go, we've got Moraes comes back in, the Wall comes back on the bench, Fred comes back in. Anything else we need to change? I don't believe so. McCarthy's on international duty as well now. Jury comes in. We haven't got. He's going to have to bench. We're going to have to put Tony Daly on the bench. It makes this task a little bit harder, it's a bit out of order. We've got players who are playing internationally. But Atkins, he's still there, he's not getting called up. He bangs one away, 11 minutes. And we've got Stow in goal as well. Although I think we need a new goalkeeper, he's doing the job at the moment. Doing more than a job at the moment. He's keeping us in some games. Sunderland game, he kept us in that with a draw. Peter Shirtliff pulled to the ground. Can we hold on here? Yeah, there's a little bit of pressure coming from Barnsley now. Hopefully we can hold on and just get a bit of a counter going somewhere. We do. Dave Watson and Brim in goal gets the save. and they've got a goal out of nothing. It seems goal out of nothing. I think they get promoted this season in real life. No, it might be the next season. No, it was this season. I think the next iteration of this game is the season they get promoted. And then I think 97-98, the year Arsenal won the double, they went down. I think that was probably the last sticker book I collected that season. I just started work and all that, and I felt like I'd grown out of them a little bit. They didn't have quite the same allure for me as they did back in the early ones. I've still got most of them as well. Never quite completed any of them, I don't think. There's always like one or two missing, and I was always like, oh, I'll buy them online. I buy them on their little shop. Never did. Like, some of them have literally got like one, maybe two missing. I've seen some people on Twitter this week putting theirs up, and they've just managed to get hold of some old stickers and completed their albums. That's absolutely phenomenal. I don't know if I'm going to go to that extent. I'm not that worried too much. Got 3-1 lead here with some players missing, so it's all well and good. I don't think Barnsley have got too many missing. We've got a few internationals like Welsh and all that sort of, which should have kept the game postponed perhaps. We've got a good few missing. We're very low on strikers in this game. If one gets injured, we've got to bring Tony Daly on. 4-1. We're going to rest some players, I think. Steve Ball gets his goal. We are going to give Tony Daly his game. Tomlinson, not the best day for him. Lee Bowyer is going to come on for Peter Smith. And John DeWolf's going to get a run out for Robert Page, who's had a bit of a stinker. John DeWolf might actually have to come in for Robert Page. I've seen a few 5s and 6s creeping in for him. Maybe that will solve the clean sheet problem a little bit better. Although clean sheets in this game are very hard to come by anyway. They're very, very difficult. It's such a fast, impacting game that there's so much going on that I can't remember the last time I saw a 0-0 on this game. I really can't. I don't know if there's been one in this series at all. I don't think so. But great. Was that 4-1 win? I think that finished in the end. Great result. 20th? Yeah, that's a good result. Let's see what it does to our England table. I think we're top. We're not. We're behind Norway, who've won all 3 games, 10-0. Wow. Did we lose to Czech Republic? Did we lose to Norway? We lost to Norway. I thought we struggled against the Czechs. So it's interesting. So we've got another Slovakian. We've got a couple of friendlies, and the big one away to Norway in July next year. So at the end of the season next year. Big one. So we're up to 11th. That has pushed us all the way up into the top half of the table. Phenomenal performance there. Millwall still got bottom, Blackburn, Barnsley back in. It's so tight down. Southampton will just come up, struggling. That's ridiculous. Could get a second straight relegation. I'm expecting Illy to go to Liverpool, which means he can come straight off of our save on. Expecting him to come out of our shortlist. It hasn't happened yet. Another low team. Just loving this opportunity to get some points with Page. Yeah, he's a bit of a stinker, so John DeWolf's going to come in for him. I think he's a bit more of a first teamer. Tomlinson's going to put Leonenko. Jury. Eustace is going to go there. I think it's McCarthy. McCarthy's been playing on the right or in the middle? I think he's been playing on the right. And then Tony Daly for Tomlinson, I think. Or Stevie Ball. Steve Ball's doing well. I think Steve Ball. He's doing alright. He's doing a job for us. Old Stevie Ball, the ledge. Probably won't be with us much longer. He's a bit old now. He's probably retiring maybe after this season. Not too sure. But if we can get another result here, start edging ourselves away from that relegation place, start getting the board a bit more on our side, that would be massive. I think there's 2 more games left of this month. I don't think the Cup Winners' Cup is in this month. I think we've got a bit of a wait. I can't remember. I only looked at the fixtures a little while ago. Like I said, my brain is not fully functioning at the moment. Like, no sleep, not eating for a day and a half, and not eating today so far either. It's midday now. I'm not even going to try and attempt some lunch. I'm just drinking water. In fact, good idea. Which of course is the moment we score, which I don't mind. McCarthy with the goal. Great goal there. I mean, I say great, you didn't actually see it, but it sounded like it. If you can double the lead and make it secure, I'd be a very happy bunny right about now. But going to half time at 1-0. There we go, Leonenko. Closer to sealing this game out. against another team, down the bottom. We've got to make sure we win those games, and everything else will fall into place 2 or 3. Then we can start worrying about the teams that are, above us and at the top places. Eustace makes it 3-0. He's doing very well for us, I've got to say. I'm not sure if I'm voicing, I just sort of rubbed some water off my mouth and it made my voice go a bit funny. I think I moved my lips and so I don't know what happened there. I think I pushed my teeth in. I've got to put my teeth back in. 60 minutes, 3-0. Yeah. Can you keep the clean sheet now? I've got John DeWolf coming for Robert Page, I think it is. So we're looking a bit more secure at the back. We are going to make some changes. Steve Bolton will come in for probably Scott Eustace. Lee Bowyer for Scott Mean. We'll lock that 9 in. Robert Page for Dean Richards. Not in the best game today, but still got the clean sheet. Maybe didn't have to do his best. He's done what he needed to do. 3-0. Pat Nevin there for Tranmere, not able to do anything for him. Alan Marr, John Halteridge. I think he might be their player manager actually, John Halteridge. Oh, John King. Interesting, okay. He did quite well last year. Goals wise. What have got on somewhere? Peter Shearer. I don't know how or why I remember him. I think over the old player manager game. I think he was at Birmingham on that one. Kenny Irons. Yeah. So we're up to 10th. That is turnaround. Start the episode, we're in 22nd, we're up into 10th. Still got a game or 2 in hand in some teams above us and obviously below us, I think, yeah. So that could ultimately prove to be quite good for us. Adrian Lee has gone to Liverpool, so he can come off of our shortlist now. Let's do that now. There's a quick way of doing that and I just didn't do it, I don't know why. Search, that should be clear. Yep, okay. His value, he's pushed him right up there, isn't it? Anyone else we can? Is AD Moses available yet? No. I think we're going for him. I think that is the target. Carlos Hermosillo. I'm tempted, I won't lie. I don't know why. He's not. We've got players doing better numbers than him. Oh, a very tight clash in the table. Brighton are like one place below us, I believe. I think, or they were one place above us, one of the two. And give away an early free kick, hopefully not too damning. No, it's not. Smith. Oh, Bruce Grobbelaar in goal for Brighton. Okay then. And we take the lead on 7 minutes. That's what we like to see. Grobbelaar got a touch, but it's not enough, and it's John DeWolf. He's hungry like the wolf. Got Skibberdy Wolf or no, I can't remember who. Shy FX Wolf. If I can get away with putting that in the edit, I will. Every time he scores, we'll play Shy FX Wolf. But so far, not much. A couple of chances, mostly our way, but we're not capitalising just yet. Grobbelaar saves again. Scott Mean, no. Leonenko with the chance there, doesn't quite take hold of it. High on the pressure, which means they're about to score any minute. When you've played this game as much as I do, you know what's happening. You know what's coming, but we do count me wrong, and I'm happy for it to do me wrong. Trevor Stephen gets a goal. That's maybe a position we need to strengthen. Attacking fielder, he gets some decent ratings. You don't see many goals from him, or many. I don't think many assists from him. You don't really pick out the assist on this. It moves so fast. Maybe we'll have a look. Look, they got Marco Echeverri, the Bolivian striker. How has that happened? None of these South Americans will. I mean, we've got Moas, I suppose. How has that happened? He's doing all right as well. Club America and Mexico. He's done all right, and I think Brighton have come up, haven't they? I don't think they start in Division 1. I think they start in Division 2 and come up. I might be wrong. with that. I wonder if Gareth Barry's at Brighton in this one, or was at Brighton in this one. I think it's one of the slightly later ones. It's a bit too early for him still, I think. He is as a young kid on one of the CM2 games, I'm fairly sure. Because I've got a friend whose surname is Barry, and he convinced us for years that he was related to him, despite the fact he's from like Brighton, and we're not. Nowhere near. It doesn't make a difference necessarily, but he's not related to him, and he certainly hasn't got his football ability. Mate, if you're watching, I'm sorry, but you haven't. You're not as good as Gareth Barry. 3-1, that should seal the result. let's bring on... Let's take on Sean McCarthy because he has just come back from an injury. Atkins not having the greatest day today, and Yonder Wolf again has obviously recently come back from injury. He should be fine by now, but we'll just protect him a little bit more. Steve Ball against Grobbelaar. Bowyer gets his goal, 4-1. We are romping some of these teams. Take the teams in the playoffs out of the consideration. We are banging some numbers in. We are banging some numbers. We've hit a few 4s or 5s today, haven't we? Just today's episode alone. We've done very, very well. And it looks like it's going to end 4-1 unless they grab one right at the death. Or we do. No, we don't. 4-1. I think we've got one more game left of this episode. We expect to see they're still not happy. Expect a high league position. We're up to 9th. I mean, that hasn't pushed us up that much. Notts County losing will help, although it was against Palace, but if they're going for the title, that's absolutely fine. It's edging to be a 2-horse race. Bolton's still there with a shout, Sunderland not far off. But I mean, we are there or thereabouts now. They expect a high league position, which is granted, but I don't think they did when we started this save. To be expecting it now is a little bit cheeky. Chuck a save in, and I think we've got one more game. But we're moving in the right direction. As long as we can keep our job long enough. Oh, Norwich, they're down the bottom, aren't they? I think they're down the bottom. I thought they were. Yeah, they are. 21st. If we can get a result there. And are they this month? They are. Yeah, one last game. And then we move on to the Coca-Cola Cup next month. And when's the Cup? Oh, we got until March for the Cup Winners' Cups. We might actually well play through all those games until we get to March. Just get to those games and then see how we get on. I guess I mean the bread and butter is getting promoted this year, but we might skip a few months. I probably won't go through it like I do on Championship Manager, Football Manager, where I'm going to give you every result I did. Maybe I will. I don't know how easy it is to do in this game, how much information it actually gives you. If we can grab a result here, which should be on the cards. They've got Darren Eady, of course, up front. And yeah, they normally get signed up pretty quickly. Chelsea normally sign him, unless I'm thinking, no, that's the next iteration of the game. I think when I play even when you play the Italian one, he gets snapped up quite a lot. They've equalised quite soon. I didn't see who that was. Jamie Cureton, who only just retired this season, I think, in real life. I think he's like 40 odd or something. I had him on one of my saves. I think I had him at Carl Shorten on FM19. I think he retired there as well. Did alright for me. I'm sure it was him. Oh, don't get sent off. He's got a yellow card. He does like a bit of ill discipline, old Moas sometimes. But we're not putting this game to bed. Frank Taylor in goal. I think he's American or Canadian goalkeeper. We get a second goal. Vital second goal because he's looking like a bit of he's disallowed this. He's looking like a bit of a tense, tight game, a bit of a tight affair. Atkins gets his second game unless it's going to be disallowed again. Does quite happen quite often. You get 2 goals disallowed in quick succession. Who have they got in their team? Frank Taylor, Australian. Okay. Yeah, I remember him playing for Swindon. I remember him like back when the Premier League started. I think he was in the sticker book then. Robert Fleck from like Chelsea, of course. Jamie Cureton. Darren Eady. Oh, he's a winger in this. He's not a striker. Brian Gunn. I think he's a bit more of a winger than a striker. A bit more of a... I don't know who Rush is, but Rush popped up there. Jamie Cureton's got a second. Don't give them a quick third. Don't give them a silly free kick. I don't think they've got Ian Rush. I didn't notice a Rush on their team. Don't get our players injured either. Don't injure John DeWolf or Mean. Don't injure anyone. I don't want any more injuries. This team's quite settled and generally playing quite well despite this game going not quite as you'd planned. They normally go in his own goals, but he saved that one. Talia. I don't know if we've got to make some changes to just try and win this game today rather than just to rest players and give players games. All their goalkeepers injured, that could be a good one. They've got a goalkeeper on the bench, of course they do. Brian Gunn, he's not their first choice though, he's still a decent goalkeeper in this game. And at the time, it's not letting me do the sub, come on. Stow makes a big save there. So who's used to having a stinker? Steve Ball's coming in. Peter Smith's having a bit of a bad game. Defenders are, but I'm not too concerned. Come on. Don't lose it in trying to win it. That's all I would say. Oh yeah, we get a free kick later on. Scott Mean whips it in. Ball. Oh, he had a chance, but he doesn't take it. And a draw. It was Matthew Rush. I don't really know who he is. So not the best result against a team right down the bottom, but it's still points on the board. We're up into 6th. We're in the playoffs. And we're still in touching distance of the teams above. Okay, we're 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 points behind, the top points. But I don't think a title race, a title challenge isn't beyond realm of possibility. It's only 10 points, although Palace have got a game in hand, so it could be 13. A top 2 though isn't out of the realm. We've got another managing month. That's 2 in a row. Not surprising, to be honest. Not surprising at all. I think we're going to leave that episode there. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please do drop a like. Drop a sub if you're new around here as well. I mentioned them on my Arsenal ones I recorded just now. I'm sitting on 99, somehow crept up to 99. I may well already hit 100 with the previous releases. Not too sure, but if I haven't, please help me get to that magic 100, and then from then I can start pushing on to the next milestone, I guess. But that 100 is one that's bothered me for a while. Not that I'm too worried about numbers, but just seeing it teeter on the high 90s for so long has just been a bit annoying. So it'd be nice to hit the 100. Again, any comments as well about what we've talked about in this episode, about the length, the duration, that sort of thing. Anything you want to ask as well, anything about the game, to get it working. I may well do a tutorial on getting this game up and running. I can't remember where I got the download from, but I can probably source it. I have got the disc somewhere floating around, but I'm playing it on DOSBox with a downloaded file. Much easier. This one's a bit more complicated than 96, 97, 97, 98, but it's still relatively easy. Just a few more steps. So anything like that, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to do a video on that. And yeah, until next time for... I don't know what we're going to do. We might come back for March and... I don't know. We'll see. I'll have a little think. See how I have time to progress the game, because I will have now been off work, and tonight I'll have... don't have the energy to do too much, so I might just plough through to March and then we can record the next episode then, and we'll have a look at where we come back. But yeah, until next time for episode, I forget, 4 perhaps, September, October, November, 5 maybe, I forget my numbers. I'll see you next time. Take care.